Um, to get mortgage in our country, number one, it is very expensive. Number two, it is not available. It is very easy for you to go to bank and tell the bank that you want to buy a car, and the car bank will be ready to buy maybe a more Lexus car for you for 500 million. I mean, they can install the inverter to your home, to your offices. They can buy other gadgets for you under what they call asset financing. But we in AssetPlus believe, so all these things that bank call asset, to us is not really our definition of asset, because we believe assets are things that actually increases in value, and at the same time they produce money, they produce income for you. So I mean, for somebody that bought a car this year, probably a car of 300 million, if you have to sell in 3 years' time, definitely it must have depreciated almost 40 to 60%. Depends on the usage. I mean, by accounting standard, the car is supposed to be depreciated by 20% every year. So if a car is bought for 100 million, I mean, 1 year after, you are depreciated by 20%. 2 years like 40%, 3 years like 60%. And that is the way it is. I mean, the accounting sees it. But we believe if you are investing your money to houses or to investing your money to land, I mean, you keep appreciating, especially in this part of the world where in January, a property can be 1 million, and by December it's already 3 million. So we in AssetPlus, we only finance real estate. So we help people to be able to acquire their real estate, other land or houses. What we have done is actually to partner with few real estate developers. Anyone that wants to buy from any of these real estate developer, we finance it at 9% per annum. We have companies like Common Sense, owned by Dr. Lumide Imane. I mean, they have land, they have houses. We are Light Page Limited, we are Lekmark Estate, we are Pertinence Group, GMA Shilosu, Thomas, Terenos Limited, Property Platform, and South After. So these are the 9 companies that we have. I mean, the 8 of these companies are actually in Lagos, while 1 is actually in Port Harcourt. So, and all the companies I just mentioned, they have property in different places in Lagos. They have property in Ikoyi, they have property in Lekki, they have property in Bagada, they have property in Ikorodu, Ibeju, Lekki, and they have property in Ekpe, and they also have property in Mowe, Ofada, Obafemi, Abeokuta. They have property in Abuja, they have property in Oyo, property in Asaba, Owerri, Haba, Port Harcourt. So they have land and houses, and some of them also have palm tree farm that we also finance. So any of these companies, anyone that want to buy from them, at least we pay some of their video of those companies. So those companies, those property are not owned by us, but those property can actually be financed by us. So what we have done is very simple. Let me quickly tell you this. Number one, this company that we talk about, they are company that we have investigated. Their company, number one, we believe they have integrity. Number two, we believe they have capacity, and their vision also align with us. So if anybody wants to buy from them, we actually finance it. So what we have done is to actually list all their properties on our website. That is assetplusng.com. So people can actually go to assetplusng.com to be able to search for the property of their interest. Our properties, like I said, are in different states, and at the same time, they're in different categories. So there are some of them that are just about 1 million, and we have property that actually over 600 million on our website. So it depends on, the level that people can, people's level. So people can actually search for the property of their choice. And when you find the property of your choice, you can request for financing. The system is actually automated. So when you request for financing, when you request for financing, your request is processed 24 hours to 72 hours. And if the it is processed, our finance team will process it between 24 hours to 72 hours. So, and the customer will be contacted if the approval is gotten, and if there is no approval, and if it's approved, we communicate to the customer it is approved. And if it is not approved, we also communicate to the customer and we let the customer know the reason why it is not approved. So when it is approved, we actually we send offer letter to the customer and also the MOU. So the customer is expected to accept the offer and to be able to sign the MOU. And then so after that, in the offer letter, customer is actually expected to make equity contribution to the owner of the property. So the minimum equity contribution that customer is expected to make is 20% of that property. So if a property is 1 million, the customer is expected to make contribution of 200,000. And if a property is 10 million, customer is expected to make contribution of 20%, which is 2 million. Though that is the minimum, the customer can decide to pay 30%, 40%, 50%, depends on the customer's decision. So, and the moment the customer paid the 20% to the owner of the property, AssetPlus will be the one to pay the remaining balance. And so that means the 80% and the interest will actually be paid back to AssetPlus. So that is the simple way it works. And the interest is not on the entire value of the property. The interest is on the reducing balance. Now, reducing balance here is actually if a property is 10 million, the customer has actually paid 20% to the owner of the property. So what we are financing is actually 80%, which is 8 million. So the interest of 9% is going to be on the 8 million. That is the simple way it works. The second thing that is very important for customer is that the moment the customer make the payment, pay his equity, the property is actually released to the customer. So the customer can make use of the property. So if it is a house, customer can begin to live inside the house. And if it's a land, the customer can begin to use the land. But the only thing that the ownership title will not be released to the customer until the customer has finished payment. But the customer can actually make use of the property while making payment. Now, it's good for me to say at this point that the maximum period that we finance is actually 30 years. For now, it's 30 years, but we believe in future they can go to 30 years, to 5 years to 7 years. But for now, the maximum we do is actually 30 years. Number one, in the first year, it's good. The first year is actually 9%. And if a customer is going to go for 24 months, it's now going to be 13.5% per annum. The 13.5% per annum means for 2 years, it's going to be 13.5% times 2. That'll be 17. That'll be 27. So the 27% of the reducing balance. So if the property is 8 million, what we are financing is 8 million. So the customer is expected to pay 27% of the 8 million for the 24 months. And if he's going for 36 months, which is 30 years, it will be 15% per annum. So the 15% is going to be per year. 15% per year. So for 30 years, it's going to be 15 times 30, which is going to be 45% times 30. And you can all agree with me that the interest is fantastic. You understand? Compared to what is happening in the financial institution today. So now other 9%, you are doing just only 1 year, it's going to be 9%. And if you can do 6 months, so if you do 6 months, it's just about 5%. So it is very fantastic. So the AssetPlus is very fantastic. So there are so many benefits that customers stand to get. Number one is that he helps people to be able to get access. I can tell you, you can bank don't finance land, really finance houses. Even hardly do they even finance even houses. So for us in AssetPlus, as long as you can pay back, it's very easy for you to be able to get access to, to be able to access AssetPlus financing. So it's one of the ways for you to be, it's very easy to access. You don't need a special collateral. So why? Because the property question is actually the collateral. The second benefit that customers stand to gain is easy to acquire dream property. So I always tell people It's not just about acquiring one. You can acquire as many as possible. Why? Because the one thing about real estate is that number one, it helps you to hedge against inflation. So the best way to actually put your money is to do land banking instead of you putting your money in the bank. Why? Because any money you put in the bank is actually depreciated in value, but the one that you put into real estate is the one that is actually hedging against inflation. You know the inflation rate in Nigeria. And number two is that another reason why people acquire property will actually be for shelter. Everybody wants to have a home on their head. So it could be that, and at the same time too, people can actually acquire property in order for as a way of building wealth. You understand? So that is real estate is a kind of business that kind of stuff that you acquire that can actually help you to build wealth. You understand? So depends. So it helps you to acquire as many property as possible, so you can begin to build wealth for tomorrow. You understand? And the third benefits that people start to gain when you actually come to AssetPlus is that the interest is very low, and the payment plan is very easy, and at the same time, it is actually less risky. I often say this. If peradventure something happened to a customer of AssetPlus, and there's a reason why maybe life happened and you cannot be able to continue the payment, AssetPlus don't auction people property. What AssetPlus will do is to actually agree with the customer and think how to sell the property at its current value. If peradventure AssetPlus finance a property, maybe 200 million, and the owner has been able to pay 160 million, you mean that the person has 4 million to pay. And the time the life happened to the person, it's possible that the property has worth 350 million. So that property will be sold at the current value of 350 million. And what AssetPlus will take from it is just what the customer is owing up, which is 40 million. So the customer will get 310 million, despite the fact that he has invested only 160 million. That is the beauty of AssetPlus. We don't auction people's property, because when you hold bank prefer to sell a property you bought for 200 million for 150 million, despite the fact that the property has appreciated to 350. So we don't auction people's property. So it is less risky. You understand? What you should know, property does not depreciate. Property keep appreciating. That is one unique thing about property. Another thing again, like I said, one benefit that people start to gain is that the moment you pay your equity, you can make full use of that property. The only thing that is not released to you is the ownership title, or you can begin to live inside the house and say, like, you can make use of the property. So that is beautiful thing about AssetPlus. Again, I will say this, for those of you coming for the first time, apart from being a customer of AssetPlus, you can also be our ambassador. And I will tell you who are the ambassador for AssetPlus. Ambassador for AssetPlus, they are independent marketers. Most of our customers, different parts of the world, they're also our ambassador. They are people that tell others about AssetPlus, and they are being compensated awesomely for being our ambassador. It's all about telling people, telling their colleagues, telling their family, telling their friends about AssetPlus. Understand, this is a company that can help you to be able to acquire property. And we are so happy that we have done this thing. We have countless number of people that are able to take advantage of AssetPlus. And being an AssetPlus and ambassador, you stand to gain commission and you stand to gain bonuses. Now, let me quickly explain this to you. If you're a customer, if you're an ambassador of AssetPlus, you get commission, and that is what we call reward on your effort. So you can register on our website. You register as an ambassador. It's automated. The system is automated. AssetPlus is ASSET asset. PLUS, that is plus, AssetPlusNG.com, not .ng, AssetPlusNG.com. So you can become an ambassador. It is free of charge. You can start as an ambassador, and through that and make money and actually become a customer. So it is very possible for you to do that one. So you go to our website, you see all the property that are owned by our partners. Understand? So the second way you make money is what we call bonuses. The bonuses are what we call making money through other people's effort. Now, as an ambassador, we also encourage you to bring other ambassadors. So you can tell people that, oh, this is an opportunity to do side hustle. It's an opportunity to make money, and tell your colleagues, tell for your friends, tell your family that they can become an ambassador. They don't need to pay any money. It is free to become an ambassador. You don't pay any money. All you need to do as an ambassador, put it on your chat or share it on your different social media handle. Tell people about AssetPlus. Oh, you want to acquire property? Oh, fantastic. This company can help you to acquire it. Either you want to buy land or you want to buy a house. Like I said earlier too, also, we also finance palm tree estate. Some of our partners also, the home palm tree estate, and we finance it for individuals that want to buy, because we believe, number one, in real estate. We believe that palm tree is also one of the real estate. Why? Because real estate is all about what is on the land, what is inside the land, what is on the top of the land. So it is a very fantastic one. So it depends on what people want to do, and it depends on what people have. Either you want to start small, you want to start medium, you want to start big. It depends on you. You understand? You can start low, depends on people. So you can also tell people about AssetPlus, and you make money from that. So now let me quickly explain to you the compensation plan. If peradventure you bring a property, I mean, there's a property of 200 million, a house of 200 million that AssetPlus finance. What do we do for you? You collect 2.5% of the value of that property. That will be 5 million, and that is a commission. When you bring in somebody, you collect 5 million. The moment that person pay equity to the owner of the property, and we sign our MOU, you get your commission upfront. I mean, the person, you as an ambassador, you get your money without even the person paying anything to AssetPlus. The moment you pay to minimum equity to the owner of the property, because AssetPlus will want to balance it. So we give you 2.5%, which is 5 million. That is your commission. Let's say, for example, you tell somebody and the person become an ambassador. Why? Because the moment you register there, you have your own dashboard where you can be able to send your referral code to order your friends and family for them to become an ambassador. Very simple. So if anybody, maybe one or the person that you introduce to AssetPlus as an ambassador, maybe he too, maybe did the same thing. He was able to bring a customer and were able to finance a property for 200 million or 250 million, can be 300 million, depends. But let's say 200 million. That person will earn 5 million, which is 2.5% of 200 million. And you that brought to the person, you collect 20% of what that person had. So that person will collect 5 million. You that brought the person, because the person came through you, you will collect 20% of 5 million. So that person collect 5 million, you collect 1 million. For doing nothing, that is the beauty of AssetPlus. So the more ambassador that you bring, the more money you make. So that is the beauty of it. So, and you don't need to pay any money to us to become an ambassador. So you will actually become an AssetPlus ambassador and create awareness about AssetPlus. And through that, you can be able to make your money. We want to appreciate those of you here. We actually organized this meeting for individual employee of different companies that we invited them to just come and listen to us tonight and to know about the unique thing that is happening in Nigeria about AssetPlus, because what we are doing is actually the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I'm proud to actually say also that it's the first of its kind in Africa. So we are proud of what we are doing, and we want to appreciate those of you coming for the first time. I'm going to stop here so I can give you opportunity to ask me questions. Let me say this. This meeting is being recorded. So in case you have somebody or you want to listen to it, especially those of you that came late, or probably you want to share with your colleagues in the office. You understand? But what are we trying to do? Is to actually make sure you're able to acquire your real estate, because that is your security for tomorrow. That is the truth. That is your security for tomorrow. And then I will stop here and just allow us to ask me questions. So in case you have a question, I would like you to raise your hand, although because we don't have too many people, you can actually unmute yourself. Either you unmute yourself or you send your question to the chat. So anyone, so I can be able to answer your question. So once again, I want to appreciate you for coming. God bless you. Thank you. So this is time for question and answer for those of you coming for the first time. I mean, for those of you, I believe all of you are actually coming for the first time, except our staff. Any question? If you have a question, please kindly unmute yourself so you can be able to ask your question. If you have question, please unmute yourself. Okay. Okay. Ladin. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Your name? Can you pronounce your name?
I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria. Ladin is the surname, and Erikuma is the first name.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Ladin.
They are by your surnames.
Wow. How did you do? My staff told you. Huh?
No, I got it from a WhatsApp group.
My staff. You got it from the WhatsApp group?
Yes, sir, from a WhatsApp group.
Oh. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. I believe you are hearing about AssetPlus for the first time today.
Yes, the first time.
Thank you. So your question.
The 20% appears to be the benchmark for almost all mortgages. Is it possible for AssetPlus to consider a little review downwards, please?
To make it 10%.
If it is 10% better,
to make it 10%.
If it is 10% better, because that appears to be the obstacle, to patronize. That appears to be the obstacle to patronize mortgages in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to say that we'll be doing 10% for you if you're interested. 10%. So for everybody coming to 10%. For anybody coming to this meeting tonight, 10%. Is that okay, Mr. Ladin?
Okay, that would be great. So that would be great. Do we please interact?
Yes, I'm going to give you my number. Definitely you go to the website, you will see the official number, but I will make my number available tonight. Either you want to become an ambassador or you want to become a customer. So
both
can
ways.
enter my number. My number is 080.
Yes, I'm writing it down.
080 double three.
Double what?
52.
Come again, please. 080 double what?
3352.
Okay.
30. 1, 2, 3. 30. 3.
Okay, 33.
0140. Yes.
Okay. 08033.
My number is already on the chat.
01. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Thank you very much. I've seen it.
40.
I've seen it.
40. Yes, my name is Osho Abiodun. Thank you. The CEO of AssetPlus. Okay,
Okay,
so you
thank
can
you.
interact with me after the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any question? Any other person? So thank you, Mr. Ladi. So this meeting is being recorded, so people can actually request for it tomorrow. Okay, let me see by Monday. We'll make it available in case you need it, want to share it. The purpose of this meeting is actually to interact with people that do not know AssetPlus. And we actually decided to get in touch with employees of different companies so they can be able to secure their future by actually acquiring estate. So that's the beauty of this, of what we are doing. Like I said earlier, we have about 9 companies all over Nigeria. Anybody that wants to buy from any of these companies, AssetPlus will finance it. Yes, so Mr. Landing has requested for 10%. Okay, so we approve for everyone to be able to gain 10%. Equity to the owner of the property, while AssetPlus will pay 90% for the remaining. So I want to appreciate everyone. So is there anybody asking another question before we close it a day? Any other question from anyone? So, so in the absence of question, you know my number for any of you that want to interact with me. I want to welcome your interaction with me and appreciate every one of us that come and please interact with me. Either you want to become an ambassador or you want to become a customer. So for those of you that are here coming for the first time, I will encourage you to just interact with me. So we'll be able to know what we can be able to do for you. So we appreciate everyone for coming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. So I appreciate everyone. Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Ladin. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Boma and Zahomi. Okay, that is a phone. Sorry, who is using Zahomi? Sorry, what is your name? Can you identify yourself? Somebody is not just giving us the name of the phone. Okay, thank you very much. So you can interact with me. So everyone, I think you have my number. So thank you so much for coming. God bless you. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Thank you.